Footage showing a fierce and much argued over style of play against the Indiana Fever is now everywhere online, and Sophie Cunningham has completely changed the conversation while going viral at the same time. In this weekend's big preseason game between the Indiana Fever and the New York Liberty at Barclays Center, the TV broadcast failed to show what was really happening on the floor. The disputed moments were brushed past. Tough defense was barely addressed. But fan videos spread fast, and Cunningham's fearless style has now shaken up the entire WNBA discussion. She did not go viral only for knocking down big threes. She went viral because she turned the court into a protected zone, using her body to block, hold position, and push back anyone trying to crowd Caitlin Clark. And Breanna Stewart, one of the Liberty's biggest stars, got a clear look at why the Fever are starting to become one of the most physical teams in the league. Welcome back. Place for direct and sharp basketball talk. If you want polished PR talk, this is not that. Today we are looking at the viral clip of Stewart's disputed off-ball contact, Cunningham's breakout moment as Clark's protector, the truth about New York's defensive approach, the real worth of Cunningham's contract, and the TikTok celebration that added even more energy to Indiana's growing team identity. To understand why Cunningham started creating space so aggressively, you have to watch the fan footage that many major outlets barely touched.
Let me kill this sound because it got copyright music. You guys see that? Did y'all? And now she throwing up her hands. She's throwing up her hands like she ain't just damn me. Boom. Lead forward and assault Sophie Cunningham, bro. Dirty fucking play there. That was a dirty play. Now, it looked like the referee actually might caught this. It says,
before Sophie Cunningham started throwing her weight around on defense, she was first hit by a clear and widely questioned play from former MVP Breanna Stewart. In the raw fan video, Cunningham is moving around the outside when Stewart steps straight into her route. But Stewart does not simply hold firm like on a normal legal screen. Instead, she moves away from standard basketball form and drives her upper body forward, sending a hard elbow into Cunningham's chest area. Right after the contact, Stewart lifts her hands and looks toward the referee as if nothing serious happened. That moment has become one of the most talked about parts of the game.
So this is a slow motion version of it. So as you guys can see here, just look at this. Boom, bro. Boom. Just completely look at Breanna Stewart's face. And this is who we got in charge of negotiating the CBAs. Look at this. Like, how do something like this happens always?
When the play is slowed down frame by frame, it becomes easier to see why people are arguing about it so strongly. Stewart's feet are still moving beyond the three-point line. She pushes her body forward to create the contact. She also stretches her arm away from her body to make the hit even stronger. Some fans say that clearly goes beyond normal basketball action, while others call it part of high-level intensity. But Sophie Cunningham's response is what stood out. She did not fall over. She did not complain to the officials. She took the hit, stayed upright, and got ready to answer with force. Cunningham understood exactly what New York was trying to do. The Liberty knew they were not likely to contain Indiana's fast-paced attack in open play, so they turned up the physical pressure. And the main target was Caitlin Clark.
Talking about right here. So this was Sophie here. But watch how this girl is hacking Caitlin Clark. Watch this. Caitlin Clark is getting hacked. Watch. Watch. Look at her hacking Caitlin Clark all over. Now watch Sophie. Boom. Now, when Sophie did...
Take a very close look at how the New York Liberty were guarding Clark on the outside. Notice the constant hand-checking. Notice how defenders kept crowding her, reaching, bumping, and pushing her space every time she tried to move through the half-court set. The Liberty seemed to be betting that the referees would keep their whistles quiet and let Caitlin Clark deal with a level of contact few players ever face. That was the moment Sophie Cunningham chose to break apart New York's whole defensive plan. Cameras showed Cunningham doing what she does as well as nearly anyone in the WNBA. She was planting strong, no-nonsense screens that made her purpose obvious. She was using pure force to move defenders off Clark, playing with a level of edge and intensity that is rarely seen in today's game.
Sophie didn't look like she leaned into her, bro. Let me see. Nope. I don't think she did. I don't think. Oh, and old girl flopped. Look at this damn flop. She threw her arms up and everything. Now, if we go back and look at what happened to Sophie, like people want to say Sophie did the same thing.
One particular sequence went viral and sent social media into overdrive. Caitlin Clark was attacking the paint, and a Liberty defender was moving toward her from the blind side. Then Sophie Cunningham rushed in from the weak side and delivered the kind of tough, firm screen that would remind people of old-school NBA enforcers. She did not just open a little room. She took over the space. She stepped directly between Clark and the defender with a level of force that shocked everyone in the building. And the Liberty defender's reaction in that clip only made it more talked about. As Cunningham planted a legal and well-timed screen to shield Clark, the defender threw her arms up and fell hard backward to the floor, clearly trying to draw the call.
Look at Sophie. Sophie ain't flopped. She immediately, Breanna Stewart, a big gal. Look, she ain't throw her hands up. See, there's a big difference. Watch this one here. Look, she flopped. That was a half second.
Now compare that dramatic flop with the way Sophie Cunningham responded after taking Breanna Stewart's hard elbow earlier in the game. Cunningham took the hit without folding. The Liberty defender felt a clean screen and dropped to the floor looking for a foul. That is the difference between a real, hard-nosed enforcer and a player trying to work the refs. Clip exploded across social media. Smart basketball fans started calling Cunningham Caitlin Clark's personal protector. And Stewart, who started the early contact, got a clear reminder of how the rest of the league is starting to see the Indiana fever. Other teams are feeling the pressure. Here is the bigger truth. Last season, Caitlin Clark took more physical punishment than almost any player in the WNBA. Night after night, veterans bumped her, hit her, and crowded her all over the floor. That constant wear and tear played a major role in the soft tissue injuries that cut short her rookie year after only 13 games. She was taking real contact every game. Almost nobody stepped in to change that except Sophie Cunningham. And now she is back. After 9 long months recovering from an MCL tear, 9 painful months of rehab and doubt about how strong her knee would be, she returned ready. The front office gave her a discounted 1-year contract worth $665,000. She took it because she truly wanted to be here. She wanted this role. She wanted to be the main protector for the most exciting team in basketball. And on Saturday at Barclays Center, she showed that 9 months of rehab did nothing to soften her edge. She shot 5 for 8, scored 13 huge points, and finished with a +8 in the box score. What Cunningham brings to the court will always divide opinion. Crushing moving screens, she sets sit right on the edge of what WNBA refs are willing to allow. There will be games where that style leads to technical fouls and heated moments. But a healthy Sophie Cunningham gives the Fever a huge advantage. She changes the way defenses treat Caitlin Clark. If opponents know that roughing up Clark will be answered by Cunningham on the next trip down the floor, they start thinking twice before making that first hit. That enforcer effect is real. After the win, Cunningham posted a TikTok from her New York hotel room that quickly went viral. She was lip-syncing to Here for the Party by Gretchen Wilson, showing off her repaired knee and calling for wins in the chat. That video summed her up perfectly. She competes hard, celebrates hard, and brings a kind of energy the WNBA can market easily. And here is the business side of it for Indiana. Getting Sophie Cunningham on a 1-year deal looks like a major steal. She is giving the team all-star level impact and adding to a culture that already feels strong and fearless. If she keeps playing like this, teams like the Phoenix Mercury or Las Vegas Aces could push hard to sign her away. Indiana could lose its top enforcer, one of its biggest personalities, and a huge part of its identity. The front office should already be thinking about a longer extension before another team moves in. Every team on the Fever's tough schedule is going to feel Cunningham this season. She is back with real purpose. and Caitlin Clark has never looked more protected. Big thanks to loyal channel members like Sarah, Mark, and David for supporting the channel and backing this level of serious basketball analysis. Hit subscribe if you love this kind of tough, no-holding-back mentality as much as we do. And if you want the best roster talk anywhere, drop your honest predictions in the comments and share your favorite Sophie Cunningham bodyguard moment from the weekend. Turn on notifications too, because the next preseason game against the Dallas Wings is on April 30th, and we will be covering all of it.